Hello, beautiful beloveds. It's Missy with MeWe. Thank you for joining me as we move to We collectively. I'm here to do your weekly divine energy update for the collective. We just came out of that Scorpio full moon, blue moon. The energies were super intense. I hope you guys made it out okay. I'm sure you did. You can start to feel them. The energy is lifting. Normally I do these readings on Friday, but I feel a big change and a big shift in the energy today. So I'm wanting to go ahead and get an update out for you all as we come out through the other side of this. And we'll just go ahead and get into it. If you're new to my channel, welcome. This is a brand new channel, so welcome. Thank you for stopping by. If you're a returning visitor, welcome back. I'm so excited to have you here and to be a divine channel for you to bring forth love, healing, and insight on your journey. I appreciate your views, your likes, your subscribes so much. Most of all, I appreciate you and your energy here. I always pray that you obtain from this channel at least one piece of resonance and healing every time you visit. It's always my intention that my videos are timeless, so no matter what day it is, if this message resonates with you, that is Spirit's way of getting you the message. So today I'll be doing the Divine Energy Update using the Mirrored Heart Spread. I use the Game of Thrones Tarot for the masculine and the Wheel of the Year Tarot for the feminine. I'm going to keep using my Game of Thrones Tarot despite that season finale, so I won't do any spoilers if you haven't watched yet. So this does not have to be a twin flame specific reading. It could be for soulmates, friendship, co-workers, etc. You know, whoever you're thinking about, your person, that's who this reading's about. However, I will be channeling for a segment of the Divine Collective. It is always my intention with my readings that they resonate with as many people as possible, but being a general reading for the collective, it's impossible for everything to resonate. So with that being said, take what does and leave the rest. It is so important for you to use your own spiritual discernment here. If something doesn't feel like it's for you, don't try to make it fit. It's not your puzzle piece. Also, I refer to the masculine as he, the feminine as she. It's not gender specific. If you get something else from the cards than I do, I'm an intuitive reader. I'm not necessarily by the book. Sometimes I am guided to read by the book. But if you get a different message than what I am giving to you, take it. If it resonates for you, take it. That's Spirit's way of getting you the message. All right, let's get it started. Thank you for making me a clear divine channel for the greater good of the collective. I call on the Holy Spirit, angels, teachers, and guides, and ascended masters for the highest, greatest good to assist me in this reading. Please remove all fear and ego so that I may clearly see, hear, know, and feel the messages coming to me, through me, my cards, and my surroundings. Please bring forth messages, guidance, and insight as it pertains to the current energy of the Divine Union Collective. All right, so I start off with the Heart of the Union. Then we go into the mind space for the feminine and the masculine, the outer word for the feminine and masculine, and the heart space for the feminine and masculine, as well as with a message to each counterpart. So, Spirit, please, let's go ahead and get the Heart of the Union, please, Spirit. Heart of the Union for the current energies, post-Scorpio full moon. A lot of things were revealed. A lot of underworld fears came up for revisit, for clearing. A lot of secrets exposed, a lot of insight gained. Heart of the Union, please, Spirit. So what's the current energy of the Union? Oh my, okay, that's a lot of cards. Let's see what we got. Okay, they're going to give us a story. I'm going to go ahead and redo a heart. So right now, real quick, we've got the Eight of Cups, which is walking away from something no longer serving them. A Tower moment and strength. We have the Lover's card, Ace of Cups, Four of Swords, Knight of Cups, and the Empress. Okay. So what I'm getting real quick here is there was a walking away from something that no longer served them. I'm going to read this as the Heart of the Union because that's exactly how it came out. So for both of them. So this could apply to both the masculine and feminine. Because last week in our reading, what it was as the heart of the union was that they were both standing up for the union. They were both standing firm in their truth. So there was a walking away of what no longer served them. Karmic partners, jobs, homes, locations. This created a tower moment. Things started crumbling down around them. And they have this, but they're gaining their strength. They gain the strength to stand up for these lovers, for this new emotional beginning. But has to be some rest from this tower moment, from this walking away, before the masculine comes forth with his offer, with this Ace of Cups. You guys even seen this? Okay, good. Checking my camera to make sure you can see this whole line up here. Before he comes forth with this offer, with this emotional offer to his Empress, to his divine feminine. So they walked away from something. This caused a tower moment, which gave them the strength to stand up for the union, to bring forth this new beginning. But first, there needs to be some rest, some recovery, some grief, and some riddance of the heartbreak that this walking away had caused, this tower that this walking away had caused, before the masculine can come forth to the feminine. Thank you. I'm going to leave this. Okay, so that's the storyline. I am going to get a heart of the union. So that's a storyline they wanted me to share with you guys real quick. So that could be for one of you specifically. That could be for, I feel like it's neat because we all have very different, unique stories. The actual details of the stories are very different, and yet the energy, the actions are the same. So, all right, Spirit, I'd like a much simpler heart, please. You don't need a story, just a general energy of where the union stands. Of where the union stands. Justice, and the King of Swords. So the scales are being balanced. Everything's being brought into balance. This is truth. This is fierceness. This is, the sword of truth, king energy, bold, standing in his truth. Let's get the rest of the heart of the union, please. Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck, and the Devil. Okay, here. Well, I see he's standing strong in his truth. I always see the sword of, that single sword is the sword of truth. And she is standing strong in her spiritual truth as well, the Queen of Wands. Because they are both standing strong in their truths, this is bringing justice to the union. I always, in this particular deck, I don't necessarily correlate the Devil with addictions and entrapments, but it very well, could be that justice is being brought. Any addictions, entrapments, codependencies, financial dependencies are being brought into balance. But I also get so much from the depiction of this card in this deck is, lust and passion. They are bound together. And I believe that they are embracing this. And it's, obviously, they're showing me, it was just sticking out at the bottom of the deck, the Six of Coins, which is balanced give and take. Which fits in perfectly with the Justice. So in the heart of the union, he's standing firm in his truth with the King of Swords. She's standing firm in her truth with the Queen of Wands. And in the union, there's passion, desire for justice to be brought about. Thank you, Spirit. All right, let's go ahead and get into the masculine's headspace, please. What's he thinking about right now? What's going on in his headspace? Spirit, what's going on in the masculine's headspace, please? Judgment card. With the Two of Cups. Yep. So he's bringing down judgment, justice, judgment, balance, things coming into alignment for the emotional unity, for the emotional fulfillment of the joining of these two cups here. I do feel called to read for the judgment. Okay, and for the Two of Cups. And now judgment comes right before the world. The world is the completion, the ending of a cycle. In the major arcana, it comes right before the very end. So judgment is the past, second chances, memories, guilt, awakening, and the soul. Judgment often appears in a reading when you are on the brink of change, and it comes with memories, dreams of the past, and people reappearing in your life. You may decide to give a situation or relationship a second chance, or otherwise review your behavior and see at a higher level the life lessons offered. This card also suggests a spiritual awakening, mediumship, and connecting with angels and guides. It's a powerful opportunity to make sense of the past. Paired with the Two of Cups. Partnership, relationships, love, agreements, creativity. A partnership is sealed, so this two expresses happiness, passion, harmony, and love agreements, and often reveals moving in together, engagements, and weddings. In established relationships and friendships, you, too, sense a karmic connection. Creative partnerships flourish. You respect and support each other. So in the masculine's headspace, he feels this justice. He feels his scales being balanced. He wants to bring forth this judgment. He wants to reconnect. So this is for part of the collective that have a history together, which it seems to be what I've been channeling for. So he wants to bring forth this judgment. He knows... He's mentally, I mean, he's thinking about it. He's ready to bring it forth. It's felt within the union. He's made up his mind. He's made up his decision. So it's no longer, whether or not he has this choice to make. He's made this choice. It's already been made. Thank you. What is going on, please, Spirit, in the feminine's headspace? Thank you. Eight of Wands with the Four of Wands. So as you can see in this Eight of Wands, it's bringing in a messenger. You see that there's the bird coming in with this note here, bringing in a message. With the Four of Wands, this is the, the twin flame 1111 card. This is the unity, the coming together. So in the feminine's headspace, she's waiting. She's waiting for this message to come in about this unity. If you have not already, or she already has, for some of you, you already have received this message. This message has already come in and you're thinking about this unity, whether or not you're actually going to come together. Some of the feminines aren't sure. Because I'm being drawn to... It's kind of like shock on his face. Like, kind of caught off guard. So maybe that's not necessarily not sure, but kind of caught off guard. Or uncertainty as far as when or if this message will ever come in. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. What is going on, please? In the masculine's outer world. Thank you. Which is flipped. Three of Spears. So coming forth, new adventures with the Six of Cups on the bottom, which is the reunion card. I'll go ahead and read both. That Three of Spears, that's looking forward to a new adventure. So it's a forward movement. Yeah, travel, action, manifestation, success, and quirkiness. You're very close to your destination. Dreams take form, a new project, romance, or trip materializes. And the card can also predict a wedding. With the Six of Cups is nostalgia, reunion, harmony, and childhood. The Six is a card of the visitor from your past, which is in agreement with the Judgment card. Again, it's a past relationship that's already happened. Equality, and you may find that your past learning and experience feeds a new creative idea or project. However this card manifests for you, the past will have an important bearing on the future. So in his physical reality, he's ready to set sail. He's ready for this new adventure. He's ready to go forward. He's ready for this to manifest. He's ready for this reunion. And right underneath that is that Page of Cups coming forth with that emotional offer. Thank you. What's going on in the feminine's outer world, please? What's going on in the feminine's physical reality? The current energies. Ten of Wands at the bottom of the deck. We have the Death card, and again, that Four of Wands. So she's been thinking about this reunion. She's been thinking about this coming together. And in her physical reality, this is actually happening. There's been a death, there's been an ending, and a new beginning. So this is coming forth, feminine. You've been thinking about it, whether or not this message is actually coming through, if this union's actually going to come through. You've cleared out old cycles. This last moon has brought forth some illuminations, has brought forth some insight, gleaned some new insight, which kind of set a fire within you to go ahead and choose this, to go ahead and go with this spiritual union. The wands are spiritual. What I'm also getting here is, because this was in her headspace, it's coming into her physical reality. So feminines, keep in mind what you think, you create. Check your thought space. Check what messages are coming into your head. What messages are you feeding yourself? Are they conducive to what you are trying to accomplish? Thank you, Spirit. So that's just kind of a reminder for you feminines that what you reap, you sow, as above, so below, on earth as it is in heaven. So what you have in your mental space, what you're thinking, you actually create this. So this is coming into your physical reality, feminines, after this death that you've experienced. And it's been a lot of hard work. It's been a hard spiritual climb in your physical reality up until this point. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so next we get into the heart space. What is going on, please? In the heart space for the masculine, we've got the Empress, Temperance, and the Chariot. And the bottom of the deck is the Six of Spears, the Six of Wands. So obviously, his feminine is in his heart space. These are all major arcanas here. There's a big divine intervention. This isn't necessarily just of his own. This is the divine intervention into his heart space. His feminine, temperance, which is unity, balance, thinking, hard work, and the Chariot, which is movement forth, fierce movement forth. Check out that dragon moving forth. With the Six of Spears, and I'm called to read Temperance and Six of Spears from this deck. Six of Spears first, thank you. success, acknowledgement, prizes, and self-confidence. Take a well-deserved bow. The Harmonious Six shows appreciation and success. You are recognized and rewarded for your work in your community, educational, or sporting achievements. This card answers yes if your question was, will I pass my examination or win this award? This card shows self-confidence and in relationships, feeling high on love. So in his heart space, well, let me go ahead and do Temperance before I go ahead and give the interpretation. Okay. And Temperance, it comes right after death. So again, they're kind of in lockstep here. She's had a death in her physical reality, and he can feel that in his heart space. And it brings, Temperance is balance, adjustment, resources, guidance, choices, moderation, and reconciliation. He may be managing a huge workload, balancing budgets, or negotiating with demanding people. Carefully assess your priorities and you'll get the balance right. Give others what they need in reasonable measure, but conserve your energy too. Make time to schedule, plan, or care for your own needs. Overall, this card asks you to redress whatever's out of kilter. So he's ready with the Six of Spears. He's ready to move forth to his Empress, but he's got, because of what happened here in that storyline, he's got to kind of balance this out. I feel like there are some legalities to whether it be property, business, child like custody, before he can move forth. But this is in his heart space. He's thinking about his feminine. He's ready to reconcile. He's getting everything taken care of that he can before coming forth with the Chariot. Thank you. And what is going on, Spirit? In the feminine's heart space. Thank you. Oh, we've got the Lovers, King of Pentacles, King of Chalices, and the Ten of Pentacles. So obviously, she's her. Do I even need to interpret it? It's quite obvious here. So in her heart space, she's thinking about this union with her divine counterpart, that he is in his kingship both physically in the earthly realm and emotionally. She's ready. In the Ten of Pentacles, this is complete fulfillment in the earthly realm. So she is ready for this to come forth. In her heart space, she is bound. She knows he's king. She's ready for him to step forward in the physical with his emotional kingship, so they can have this complete wealth, a heaven on earth. Because tens are that complete fulfillment, the completion, the end of a cycle, the beginning of something new. She's filling his cup. I'm feeling really drawn to the fact here that in this Ten of Pentacles, she's filling his cup. In her heart space, she is ready to go ahead and give back also. She wants to pour emotional support into him in the physical, no longer just in the 5D. She wants to give this to him physically. This is in her heart space. Such beautiful cards to come out. Okay. And lastly, we need a message from the masculine to the feminine, please. Message from the masculine to the feminine. I'm also just being drawn, and I'm not even sure if I already said this or not, but Spirit wants me to reiterate, in the heart of the union here, they're also breaking off the last bit of what's tying them down, and that's bringing justice to the union. They're ridding whatever is keeping them tied to anything other than the union. Thank you. Okay. Masculine's message to the feminine, please, Spirit. Okay. The Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. We have Ace of Coins and Four of Coins. Ace of Coins is new beginnings in the physical. Four of Coins is balance in this deck. With the Hierophant at the bottom. Well, he's telling you he wants to bring forth this new beginning in the physical. That's what the Ace of Coins is. The Four of Coins, hard work brings benefits. You feel satisfied with what you have. You might gain permanent employment, invest in a new home or business, or otherwise find financial security. There's an alternative meaning to this card, however, which is an overprotective, materialistic attitude. Value what you have, but don't cling to the coin. And he's kind of clinging to the coin. So, actually, I'm getting a couple different downloads here. Okay. He wants to come forth with this offer, and he wants to come forth and bring it balanced. But I'm also getting that he's telling you, feminine, with the Hierophant is, kind of also a balancing of internal. So he's telling you he's needing to get himself balanced physically or financially before he can come forth. He's got some financial concerns going on, which is, I think, what this Temperance card is about in his heart space, is he's got to get the books balanced. Get the books balanced is what I'm getting. Balance the books. He's got financial concerns that he's got to take care of before he can come forth in the physical. Thank you. Okay. And the feminine's message to the masculine, please. Five of Wands with Temperance. Five of Wands with Temperance. So, what I'm getting here, and I'm really being drawn to the fact that obviously there's some kind of battle between two men here. And Wands is a spiritual battle. Fives are challenges and difficulties. And with the Temperance, this is balancing out again between the two cups. I'm going to go ahead and read. Five of Wands, the test of strength, competition, challenge, striving to attain wealth and fortune, arrogance, youthful enthusiasm, and brawling. With the Temperance card, which is healing and progress through transformational powers, reflection, calm, and patience, adaptation. Thank you. So the feminines have had to make a choice between two. And again, with that storyline that we had in the beginning here, I feel like that might have been what she was walking away from. And she's letting you know, masculine, that she is balancing this out. She's tempering what difficulties this had brought forth, what death this had brought forth in her physical reality. So she is letting you know that there was some competition, but she made a choice, and she's balancing out what emotions and the tower moment that happened. She's balancing that out. She's letting you know that there might have been this challenge, but she's tempering this. There is no competition. There is no competition. You are on her heart. So, masculine, if you've been feeling that there's some kind of competition, know that there is no competition. She's balancing out that internal battle that she had. Awesome. Well, good. justice is being brought forth, judgment is being brought forth. There's all talks of reconciliation. There was a death, and in both of their lives, which brought forth the justice to this union. He is ready to move forth. His feminine's on his mind, or in his heart, and the union is in her heart. They're coming together, and it's this last bit. You know, he's got to balance out his finances. She's got to temper this emotional or the spiritual competition. These things are happening. They're crumbling away for this passionate reconciliation of the union. Wonderful. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really hoped you enjoyed this reading and that it resonated with you. I pray that it brought forth love, healing, and insight. If you like the vibes here, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you do subscribe and would like notifications of new videos that I post, also hit the little bell next to the subscription box. I am sending you so much love and light on your journey as me becomes we.